Alright, hey everybody. So this is gonna be a mod showcase for my Percy Jackson mod Demicraft. This is version 1.4.12. Version 1.5 might be out by the time I post this. I really don't know how I'm gonna take to edit this. Kind of just wanted to get another showcase out to showcase everything, but nothing much should change between versions, just like bug fixes and stuff for now. But yeah, anyway, let's get right into it. All right, so this mod is mainly focused around like the items you can get. So these are all the different like starting options. Because when you start in the game, you'll have a letter from camp that lets you just choose any of these different options. But I just have the chest sorted out because it's easier. And then I have a few blocks, like two mobs, whoops, and a few items you can craft. But that's really about it. Uh, Pretty basic mod, mostly just to like enhance gameplay. Nothing, not like really an end goal for it at this point in time. So when you right click this, it's going to bring up the menu of all your different options. There's also a random option if you don't want to choose. Uh, so yeah, we're going to go through each of these different starting options now. All right, so first off, we're going to just look at Zeus real quick. Uh, and when you select, what is happening? Jesus. Uh, when you select a god, it's going to show you the Olympian tab now, which will show you all the god advancements too. So these are just the other advancements in the game. Now you can see them all. I just added a second tab because this tab was getting a little too much. It's still a little much right now, but can't do much about it. But yeah, so that's the advancements. All characters, when you select them, you'll get certain buffs. And yeah, so each item, most items have two abilities you can use, which default is the R key to use it. But some of them only have one thing that they do, and some of them are just passive abilities too. Uh, this one we're starting with, this is Master Bolt. This is just a right click ability, but it's a pretty good one. So that's why I just gave it one ability. Uh, boom. Oh, don't piss me off. I gotta turn my shader off real quick. All right, I turned my shader off. Sorry. Let's see what it does now. There you go. It just summons like a shit ton of lightning bolts. You don't have to worry about hitting yourself. They're not going to damage you, but they'll damage everything around you and leave a massive crater. I mean, as you can see, it's a really good way to mine too, and the cooldown is very short on it. It also launches you in the air, but if you're holding this item, then you don't take fall damage. I think it is in your inventory. You don't take fall damage too, but I don't remember that one actually. It's kind of hard to launch yourself sometimes. But yeah, that's really all it does. I'm not gonna take too much time explaining it. It's just a shit ton of lightning bolts that do a lot of damage and is honestly useful for mining. That's the main reason I would use it. And yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna try and speed up my explanations because I feel like that took a little while. So most of these you don't even need this video really. If you want to know, just hover over it and it's gonna tell you what to do. But I just felt like making a video because if you, it's sometimes easier to hear people explain it. And since I made the mod, I might go into things more in depth. But you don't need it. But anyway, so Poseidon's Trident, what you do, it gives you way more buffs in the water. Usually, you only have like the few that it gives you when you're Zeus and stuff. And then when you right click, uh, it's placing a bunch of water. So like since I'm underwater, it just looks like I'm deleting blocks. But like it's really good for like swimming underwater. Uh, but also like if you're on land and stuff, you could like place water to like stop mobs from chasing you. But like mostly what I use it for is swimming and stuff, and that's about it. And then your R ability, if you use it, it drains water around you. Since I'm underwater, it's not going to work super well because I'm just going to keep getting flooded by like the infinite water sources around me. Uh, but like, yeah, good way to clear water in the overland, and that's about it. All right, next we got Hades. This one, right click, turns you invisible, doesn't make the helmet invisible. I might add that in a future update, but I don't think it's time for it. And it gives you a shit ton of buffs to make you just basically invincible. Here, I'll get a warden out. And I mean, usually wardens are one-shotting you. My heart's not even going down. He's just smacking away at me. I'm gonna try to lean him away from my chest a little bit before I do this. Uh, there's no right-click ability on this because obviously it's a helmet, so that'd be a little annoying to deal with. But if you use R, we can get right to him. Boom. little hard to see through the darkness, but it causes an explosion and summons some zombies to fight for you. They're pretty powerful and they should be able to beat him, I think. I don't think they're gonna die. Uh, but if so, I mean, the cooldown's already done, so you can kind of spam this as much as you want. It's a very short cooldown. And yeah, that's really it. All right, next up we got Hermes. This one's very simple. Again, you have buffs, and then when you right click, you can fly. Just jump in the air and you fly. Also, you don't take fall damage. That is quite literally it. It is very simple, but I mean, it's very, very useful and very easy to make in survival. That's why it's not like doesn't have any crazy abilities. It's just, I mean, flying is already a super overpowered thing in Minecraft, so you get creative flying and no fall damage, and the durability is pretty high on them too, I think. So yeah, that's about it. All right, last but not least of the gods, we got Dionysus, Mr. D himself. You get his pinecone staff. I'm working on making models for all of these right now. The only thing that has a 3D model right now is Percy's Riptide. But this will look like a pinecone eventually, at least ish. I mean, I'm not gonna say my model is good, but anyway, the abilities. So when you right click with it, you summon a plant wall. Pretty nifty. Uh, some of them have flowers, so since we're not on even ground, it's not a bunch of them didn't spawn, but that's cool. And then when you hit R, boom, shoots a purple fireball. Uh, and it makes rain. That is all. All right, so that was all the gods. Now we're gonna go on to Percy Jackson himself. So use this, select Percy. Oops, in creative mode still, like second time I've done that. All right, and you'll get his pen. So when you right click with this, it just lets you switch between the sword and the pen form. Like I said, this is the only 3D model I have right now, but I'm working on doing the other ones. But I mean, as you can see, still not the greatest modeling. So I'm sure no one's waiting with anticipation for that. But anyway, Riptide doesn't really give you any crazy abilities. It just once you're in the water, it gives you like some good buffs. So you can swim really fast, you have night vision, and you have crazy regeneration. So you can still die, but you're pretty hard to kill. Uh, I mean, as you can see, my heart's like aren't even really going down. But if you play super aggressive, I'm sure he'll kill you if you play real dumb. Uh, and if you drop Riptide, then you press R, then it just calls it back, and that's all there is to it. So yeah, that's Percy. Following up Percy, we have Annabeth. Hers is really simple. She doesn't really have any active abilities. If you wear her hat, then obviously you turn invisible. But her dagger is just a celestial bronze dagger. It has a really quick attack time. Don't play stupid though. And yeah, that's about it. Alrighty. Next up we got Luke. Selecting Luke just gives you Backbiter, the half bronze, half silver sword or something. Yeah, it's silver. Half steel. I don't fucking know, man. You get Luke's sword. When you hit R with it, it sets a new spawn point for you. There's no cooldown on that. You can do with that as much as you want. But then when you right click on a block, it's going to teleport you to that last spawn point you set. And that's pretty much all it is. It's just letting you use his portal ability that he uses like 3 times in the books and 1 time in the movie. And that's about it. But I don't know. I couldn't think of anything crazy to give him. So if anyone has more suggestions, I'll gladly take them. But yeah, that's all there is for Luke. Next up's our boy Nico. Uh, select this, and boom, summon zombies. They'll fight for you. They're not. These ones are not as strong as the ones that Hades summons, or Frank is gonna summon later when I show you his ability. But they get the job done. Cooldown's not super long. I think it's like 15 seconds or something like that. So, oh, and see, it's not always wanted. It's a random amount. It's like 1 to 5 or something like that. So, depending on how many you get, you can fuck some stuff up. And when you hit R with it in your hand, it'll teleport you to Hades. It'll teleport you to Hades, which is I added that dimension like when I first started working on the mod, so it's not super complex, but you know, uh, and it's gonna teleport you to like the exact like the corresponding position of Hades to where you are in the overworld. So if you get teleported into a block, just hit the R key again, like immediately go back to the overworld and try from a different position. And just keep doing that until you're not in a wall, basically, like that. And see, this is the river Styx. Usually, if you land in this, you die instantly. But well, Percy doesn't die instantly because he has crazy amount of health. But you would die instantly. Uh, but uh, since you're holding the sword, it doesn't kill you. But second you let go of the sword, you die. And yeah, that's all there is to Nico. Alrighty. Next up, we got Thalia. Natalia, however you want to say it. Her item also very simple. You just get her spear, and it's just a worse Master Bolt, really. I mean, it's just you right click with it, you summon a fewer lightning bolts than Master Bolt. It's got a longer cooldown. That's that's about it. The buffs you get, speed and jump boost, you get like higher jump boost than anybody else, except Jason also has the same buffs. And I believe you don't take fall damage, but I mean, if you're playing in hardcore, don't quote me on that. And yeah, that's about it. All right, last of the camp half bloods is Clarice. Right clicking that, you get Maimer, which is her spear. It has pretty low durability because it breaks like super easy in the books. But when you hit with it, it summons down some lightning bolts. Uh, it just does some extra damage. Really, that's all it is for. The lightning bolts are really just for effect. Uh, you couldn't really like it. It's not. It doesn't really have any abilities in the book. I just wanted to give her something at least. Um, But the other thing you get is if you select Clarice or Frank, who I'll show you later, and you fight against a warden, if you press R when you're in like a certain area of them, you'll get the Blessing of Ares, which is the thing she gets in the like fifth book when she fights the Draken or Basilisk or whatever it is. And it just makes you super OP and makes you like unkillable basically, but just against the warden. Uh, and yeah, that's really all there is to it. All right, next up is the Son of Jupiter, Jason. You get his coin when you select him. Uh, don't hit R unless you want to lose the coin though, because the ability will self-destruct the coin. I'll show it to you, but let me show you what happens with the right-click stuff first. So when you right-click with it, you either get his Gladius or you get his Lance. As you can see, it is completely random though. It's just a 50-50 shot. These do have different stats though. This has slightly higher attack damage but slower speed, I believe. And yeah, the Gladius is faster but has lower attack damage. I think they kind of equal out in the end, so it really doesn't matter which one you get. Like that's why it's a random chance. And then the coin's just a coin. I don't think it has one attack damage, so it's just you do one. But if you're holding the coin, the lance, or the Gladius, doesn't matter which one. If you hit R, then there's a cute little animation, and boom, self-destructs the coin. And so obviously you can't use it anymore. So be careful not to do that on accident. But it's huge ass explosion, does a bunch of damage, and it'll just get you out of that situation if you need to. And yeah, that's it for Jason. Also, you get all the same buffs you get as Thalia. All right. Next up, Son of Mars Frank. Right clicking with this just summons Gray, which is the like zombie. It's the same zombies Hades summons, but it's the zombie he summons in the I forgot which book. I think it's Son of Neptune, because he gets the spear from Ares or Mars or whatever. And yeah, that's about it. It just summons one of these super powerful guys to fight for you. I think it can fuck up an Iron Golem like super. All right, so I just summoned another one because dude got trapped down there. But as you can see, destroys an Iron Golem really quick. And then you also get the same blessing if you fight a warden, but it's just called Mars's blessing instead. And that's all there is for Frank. Last but not least, the daughter of Pluto herself, we got Hazel. Uh, and you just get her Spatha, whatever, however you say it. I don't know. You get her sword, and when you right click with it, you pull some gold from the ground and cause an explosion. Uh, this did not give me gold for some reason, so I will fix that before the next update and before I publish this video. But that's because I mean that's the only thing she does. She just summons some gold and does some good damage with it, kind of to represent the curse. I'll probably change that at some point to where it summons like an item that if you pick up, and you're not Hazel, it'll damage you. But she's like the latest person I added, so this is just a placeholder for now, basically. And her staff is pretty powerful, 4 attack damage, 3.2 attack speed, so you can attack really quick with it, do some good damage. And yeah, that's all you get for Hazel. Not really going to go over these. These are just the ores that spawn in the world. This is Stygian Iron. This is Celestial Bronze ore. They'll spawn naturally in the world. You need an iron pickaxe to mine both of them. And yeah, that's about it. These are craftable items in the game. Again, if you have just enough inventory, you can just look them up, do the @ and then Percy Jackson, and it'll show you all of them. Uh, this is how you get to Hades. If you make just make a nether portal, but make it out of bone blocks instead, and then right click inside the frame with the gold drachma. I'll show you that in a minute, and that's how you make the portal. Uh, Recipe. Okay, you can just look at the recipes for all these. This heals you like crazy. This also heals you like crazy. So Ambrosia will fully heal you, and then it'll give you like some temporary buffs and stuff, just for a few seconds. And the nectar, if you drink it, will give you regeneration for just a few seconds, but it's like crazy high regeneration. Uh, and it'll clear any like negative potion effects you have away. If you're not a demigod or a god, like if you don't have whatever the certain advancements are, I think if you don't have half blood or Olympian, then this will just straight up kill you. Let's test. Yeah, so don't do that. That's on purpose, obviously. I'm not saying that's a glitch, because if you do that, then you like explode or whatever. And yeah, that's it for those items. These are just crafting components you can make. Again, look at the recipes if you need them, but these are just how you make some of the other items in the game. Uh, if you want to. Stygian Iron Sword, Celestial Bronze Sword, just basic items. They have pretty high attack damages and stuff because I made them when I started the mod, and haven't really changed them since. But I mean, I don't really care either. It's kind of unbalanced on purpose. And these are the two mobs I have right now. It's just Annabeth and Percy. Uh, Percy is the strongest mob right now. He has like 500 hearts or something like that. I don't fully remember the exact number. Uh, but if he dies in a certain radius of you, oh fuck, I didn't mean to do that. But if he dies within a certain radius of a player, then you'll get oh shit, you'll get an advancement, which will give you Riptide and stuff. So that's a way to earn Riptide in the game, without having to craft it or select Percy at the start. Planning on adding mobs for all these guys eventually, but you know, it was in just like the last update I did, so it's gonna take a while to do all that. And add fucking models for all the items because that's my next plan. So yeah, I look forward to that, and thank you guys for watching.